Greetings for the final time this season, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Tsukuba, Round 8 of SRL's Gran Turismo Sport Toyota 86 Championship. Unfortunately, we had a very poor qualifying, 5th position out of 7, and that reflects a fairly poor championship defence. While we're mathematically still in the chase in P3, we need a double disconnection from Fubbles and Murph. By the way, Murph is running HSV's account this race due to being in Australia rather than his native New Zealand. The main objective of this round will be to assist Murph in potentially becoming champion. He's our teammate and friend, of course, designed our retro livery, so he will be our preferred champion if at all we can help. However, having passed Kart Dude, Stingray is proving a much more difficult task to get by, and we're both losing time to the leaders. Not an effective use of our time in the opening lap. Bubbles and Murph getting away. Stingray on lap 4 having a very much non-optimal sort of lawn mowing line, and that allowed me through up into P3, but the battle wasn't over. He came down the inside at the same corner the next lap and realised potentially that it wasn't the greatest move and honourably readdressed. However, the time we were still losing was definitely not ideal, and we continued to lose time. More contact through the final corner saw Stingray through this time. I attempted to defend it, or at least attack back into P3, but the outside is really not optimal, especially when the tyres are going, and it's lap 11, definitely towards the end of their life. By this point I decided to change to a 3-stop and try something different, see if I could undercut my way into the lead and potentially help Murph in that way. This is actually my second stop. I've sort of put them back to back. There was nothing really happening in the second stint. As you can see, my speed was great, undercutting, fastest laps, multiple in fact. Here's the second one in a row, but it was really about could I make that time up that I've been making the extra pit stop with. I took the lead, that's for sure. The undercut definitely worked to a certain extent. I'd passed Stingray back, Bubbles and HSV were behind both of us, but I still needed to make one more stop, and Stingray was much faster at this stage of the race. I managed to defend towards his final corner. He tried it around the outside, probably not something that I would advise, and indeed there's a little bit of contact, and indeed he loses momentum, has to defend very severely in fact from Murph. I'm at my final pit stop, and there's a gap of 13 seconds to the leader, 10 seconds to third at the time. So could I manage to catch up? Yes, I certainly caught up, but not enough. But right at the death, on the last corner, HSV, which is Murph of course, gets past to take a victory from Stingray, and at the same time claim the championship victory, and I couldn't think of a more deserving person to take the crown away from me from last season and put it on his own head. Well done, Mighty Murph 51, champion of SRL Season 2. I've been Jacko, I hope you enjoyed the video. See you next time.